Hey everyone, it's Will Webster, and my brand was the Grand Orchard. Um, I was given Louisville, Kentucky for my city, and after doing a lot of research about Louisville, it's a really nice area, but mainly around the suburbs. So I decided to pick St. Matthews as my suburb, which is known for having very nice schools, like parks, playgrounds. It's a good family feel atmosphere. So then when I went to target my demographic for my drink, I decided to choose a male between the ages of 30 and 40 who has a good amount of education with a bachelor's degree to some or more graduate and occupation, either accountant, a financial manager, or a salesman, ranging in salary from 70 to 80,000 and a family of four. So I mean, just kind of like the typical American family and what you can kind of find around those parts. So after doing a lot of looking, those were the main people that lived around there. So, and I chose the man, because we had to, and I feel like in the soda that I have, it just kind of appeals a little bit more to a man. And there's nothing, that's just my opinion. But the guy I chose to like model it after is just an average looking man right here. So, next, going from packaging and my story. So, the story of it is it was created in an orchard named Skytop, Skytop Orchard in Flat Rock, North Carolina. That was where I first discovered the future of soft drink, and they had an apple juice there that was one of the most unique apple juices I'd ever tasted. And after that, I decided that it needed to be brought out to the world. So for packaging and container size, I decided to go with just a slim, normal can. And there wasn't a real reason for it, but I feel like it comes across easier to hold in your hand and a little more sleek looking, which my drink is a little healthier than most, so maybe that will have something to do with it too. It will look a little more healthy. And the packaging, my big idea was to use the wooden tops instead of using like a plastic kind of like thing to hold it all together. And then obviously we'll have 12-pack boxes, so we'd have recycled material for the boxes as well. And so getting into a little bit about the pricing, I truly had no idea going in how much my drink would cost or like where I was gonna go with the pricing. So I started out obviously with 12 fluid ounces, which is a typical can, and I started the price at $1.99 per can, which comes around to 17 cents an ounce, which I thought that was pretty reasonable. But after doing a little more research, and taking into account that I'm a premium drink, I figured that I might be able to raise it a little bit. So I compared it to the 5 other brands I had. And on average, it was probably around $2 average between all of them. And a couple of them I didn't think were packaged as good as ours is going to be. And the flavor combination just looked a little different and not as unique. So I decided to up it a little bit. And out of the 6 I had, including my own, I was right in the middle at 3. But there was a little bit of a price gap between mine and the second. So I decided to nudge mine up a little bit. So I ended up getting around $2.40 a bottle or a can in my drinks case. And I think that's good because now it'll be 20 cents an ounce, which is a little more reasonable for an expensive brand. And the cost of making it is going to be a little higher, so make as much profit as possible. So next, going back to Louisville, or actually, I'll talk about my private label. So I was signed a private label manufacturer that was mainly for energy drinks and energy shots and didn't really correspond with what I had. So I decided to go with the Mayer Brothers, and I really like their website first off. And the big thing that popped out to me was they had an apple in their logo. And obviously I'm an apple drink, so pretty easy to go with them. And what they were pitching about fruit juice and all that, it was very appealing to what I had. So I decided to go with them. And then for wholesaler, I found a wholesaler named Ale81, and they're located in Louisville, or right outside Louisville in Winchester, Kentucky, about an hour away. And they have many established soft drinks and great reviews from all their customers. So, I mean, it was pretty easy to pick them compared to the others. And then for the retailers I'm going to sell at, I decided to go with kind of a variation of picks. So I started out with a social event. It's called the Jack-O-Lantern Spectacular in Louisville. And I mean, it's began in 1988, and I mean, it's just a celebration where people can come together and look at pumpkins and Halloween. It's kind of a scary thing, but not too scary because it's family. But I mean, it's a cool experience for everyone. And I think because my drink is more marketed as a fall drink, being apples, I think that this would be a good place to have it, since I mean it is in October, and I mean it's a good time of the year for it to be marketed. And then another festival I had, which is more of an entertainment thing, is a Friday night film fest for movies, for horror movies, and that's on October 3rd. So another thing around Halloween, which is a good example of festivities and kind of marketed towards that. Finally, I decided to pick, or I'll go hand in hand. So the University of Louisville is obviously right around the corner, so I decided to target them and kind of, I mean, obviously the students aren't my ideal demographic, but the professors are, and potentially them growing up and their parents and everything like that. So I'd like to market towards them, as well as the Louisville Bats, which is a AAA baseball team in downtown Louisville, which I think is a good place to have my drink at. Because, I mean, a lot of people impulse buy at baseball games and football and soccer, whatever. So I think this would be a very good chance, or a good opportunity for my drink. And moving forward, I really like Louisville, and I wasn't too familiar with it, but after doing a lot of research, I think it's a good area for what I'm focused on. So thank y'all, and good luck.